Welcome back to part 2 of the dogs. It's Crayford for the Ladbroke Golden Jacket semi-finals, but before racing started, the dogs' cameras caught up with the microchipping of greyhounds experiment, which is being tested at the Kent track. It's a Greyhound Board of Great Britain initiative, one which has certainly been embraced by Crayford's trainers.
It's no different than having a simple inoculation. It's done in seconds, and touch wood, there's never any problem with the dogs. They never scream or, you know, it's very, very simple.
And can you see the benefits the scheme will bring?
Yeah, I think it will be. I think it's a lot more humane and a lot more easier than actually having the ear tattoos. So, you know, in time, hopefully they will all come over to microchipping.
Microchipping is really part of the new board strategy to embrace new technology and look for efficiencies in the way that we run, govern and regulate the sport.
Well, how will it help?
Obviously there's welfare and integrity benefits. Integrity in terms of making sure we've got the right dog in the right race and that we're identifying each dog correctly in the paddock environment. It'll also help the racing office in terms of data collection. We'll be linking the chips to our databases in head office so we can store data. And in terms of welfare, should a greyhound go missing, it'll be much easier to repatriate that greyhound with its right owner.
From a trainer's perspective, is it any problem this chipping?
No, not whatsoever. Just a couple of days after they've been microchipped, you just take it easy with them. So the chip has time to settle in the neck, and after that it's business as normal.
What about chip migration, where the chip actually moves away from its initial place?
That's one of the questions that this pilot project here at Crayford is going to answer for us. Do the chips migrate? If they do migrate, does that cause any problems in terms of the performance of the greyhound or the welfare of the greyhound? But all the evidence I've seen to date suggests that migration is not going to be much of an issue at all.
And a big thanks to Crayford.
Very much so. Very grateful to Gordon and all the staff here, the paddock stewards, the racing office and so on for their support. It's really great to have a track like this where we can test the technology. So far so good, and if it works well, we'll look for a national rollout over the next year.
It was another busy Saturday morning for Crayford. Someone's got their hands full there. And a full to the brim restaurant, not to mention the bars, is always good for business. 3 high-quality Golden Jacket semi-finals certainly drew the crowds to Crayford. A most expected favourite Midway skipper here in the jacket of Trap 2 to win the first semi-final as she liked. The betting suggested as much, but there was pace outside to contend with, not least from Harlow Lad in 3 and Aero Blackjack in 6.
Here comes the hare then for the first semi-final, and away they go, racing up towards the first bend. Fast start, Harlow Lad pacing up well. Just a brush there for Midway skipper as 4 Crayfor Wilson went past. 6 Aero Blackjack after a slow start has come storming up to come and challenge for the lead. So disputing the lead at this early stage, Harlow Lad and Aero Blackjack. They leave behind 4 Crayfor Wilson. Then we've got a gap back to Midway skipper. Greedy Bridie's next, and towards the rear is New Lawn Sweep. Circuit to go in Trap 3, Harlow Lad. 2 lengths up now on Aero Blackjack. A further couple of lengths back to Crayfor Wilson. Now we're expecting a big finish from Midway skipper, the odds-on favourite as they go down towards the second last bend. It's Harlow Lad with his 3-length lead over Aero Blackjack in second. Midway skipper making up a little bit of ground on the second last bend, but just forced to check there. So come round the final bend, it's Harlow Lad from Aero Blackjack. Harlow Lad's going to win, Aero Blackjack in second. It's tight for third, but Midway skipper fails to qualify.
He is a very nice dog. Everything we've asked him he's done, all distances. The opinion was that he wouldn't stay if we came here, but you've seen what he's done the last twice. Yeah, very, very nice dog.
How long have you had him?
We've had him about 9 months now, yeah, 9 months. And he's just done everything we've asked him. He's been one of those dogs that you can't get the end of him. Yeah, very good, very nice.
The second semi-final saw another short price favourite in the shape of Laurie's Options from Trap 1. In form and strong running, he too faced early pace outside with fast starting JT Holly in 2.
Here comes the hare. And there they go, racing up towards the first bend. Level start, 4 Beauty away fast, pacing up Delwood Emma as expected. Trying to nip through on the inside is JT Holly. There's a bit of a coming together there. Black on Air didn't get a clear run, nor did Deanridge Envy as they head down the far side. And at the moment it's JT Holly leading here from Delwood Emma. A nice quiet run for Laurie's Options up to the first bend. It's nipped round in 3rd place and looking dangerous as they go past the stands with a lap to go. Back in 4th is Black on Air. Then we've got a gap back to the others. They head down the far side final time then. And at the moment it's still JT JT Holly, Delwood Emma. Here comes Laurie's Option switching to the outside. After these comes Black on Air. They come down towards the second last bend. JT Holly now picked up by Laurie's Options, who comes past at the second last turn and quickens away. It's Laurie's Options the favourite, drawing clear here for Dean Childs. Laurie's Options wins. Back in second place with JT Holly and close for third.
Yeah, he done it the hard way. Yeah, he's run well though, to come from the position he was. Doesn't really break from track one, but around the first bend they all seem to move off and he has a great draw there. So we'll be pleased to be in the final really.
Quite a few railers in the final at the moment. Any preference for the draw?
No, not really, no. Whatever he gets, he'll run well next week.
Did you think when you first brought him here you'll be suited by this circuit?
He's a right versatile dog. He seems to run anywhere, bigger tracks or smaller tracks. He runs really well. He's a brainy dog, clever dog, real clever dog.
The third semi-final proved the closest of the lot. Recent Irish intake Penny Sunstar shaded the betting from Brymarden Star, while JT Holly's trainer Paul Young was looking for a second finalist, courtesy of Droopy's Kirby in one.
And there they go, racing out towards the first bend. Fairly level start, although good early pace here coming from Penny Sunstar. That's going to go round in front. In second place moves Brymarden Star. There was some bumping there. Eye on the Spirit is right at the back of the pack at the moment as they go down the far side first time. Penny Sunstar, 2.5 lengths clear from Brymarden Star racing in second. After he's got a break of 2.5 lengths back to Sinners Repent, who's just in front of Droopy's Kirby as they come past the judges' box. And still the lead with Penny Sunstar. Reaches the fifth bend in front and now trying to get past it is Brymarden Star, but that seems to check there and has to switch to the outside. There's half length between them. Sinners Repent after these. Then after these comes Droopy's Kirby and towards the rear Eye on the Spirit as they come round the second last bend. And at the moment there's nothing between Brymarden Star and Penny Sunstar. Gaining ground Droopy's Kirby. Also Sinners Repent. It's just Brymarden Star that got there. Droopy's Kirby flying at the death was second.
Tony, you seem to struggle a bit coming home.
Yeah, he did really. I think he just blew up really, to be honest with you. We had a little bits of problems with him over the last 2 weeks, well 3 weeks really. I suppose it would go on, but he gives us a good week with him now, so hopefully he'll come on a lot more for the run now.
When he's fully fit you wouldn't have any worries about the trip?
Oh, no worries about the trip, no, none whatsoever. You know, I honestly think like he won the 750 Romford really well. He's had hard work here in a way really, with a 4-dog getting in front of him, and he was held up slightly a little bit. He's one of these dogs, I think if he's on the bunny, he really would take some picking up.
And Brymarden Star was last out of the hat in a trap draw for the final made by John Johnson of Bags and will occupy the orange jacket of trap 5. But favourite with sponsors Ladbrokes is Laurie's Options at 15-8. The price is compiled by the firm's Richard Hartless.
I think Laurie's Options probably still has to be favourite. You know, he was impressive on Monday when he won 8 lengths, and he's come out today and done it all wrong at the start. Possibly worked in his favour, so he had time to feed his way through the field, down the back straight second time, showed his class, hit the front, drew away. You know, I think he's going to deserve to be favourite.
So Laurie's Options likely to be your favourite for the final, but who do you think will be adding their names to that roll of honour behind you?
Well, as we said, you know, tight on the times, and it's not easy, but I think I'll take a chance at this stage on Aero Blackjack, drawn 6. I think he needs to be drawn 6 to show his best form. Didn't think he'd come away brilliantly today, but he'll come away better next week, and I thought there could be crowding on the inside with JT Holly and Harlow Lad. Aero Blackjack to skip round could be value as well.
The big question come Saturday's final is just who will lead. There's certainly plenty of early dash where JT Holly and Harlow Lad are concerned, but the run from the traps is all important. In her semi, JT Holly, here in 2, took a middle course out of the boxes before being forced back in. A similar move could cause problems for Harlow Lad on her outside. In his semi-final, trap 5, Brymarden Star, while easily led by Penny Sunstar, paced up nicely into the turn. He kept a straight line but did cut the bend. That could squeeze up those inside or leave the way clear for Aero Blackjack. Now, form students are used to sectional clockings for 1 lap at Crayford, but these are the times to the winning line on the initial run-up. It tells us that Harlow Lad is quickest, but will he have enough to spare at the first bend to get round JT Holly? There's little to choose between Brymarden Star and Aero Blackjack, with the draw inside his rival favouring Tony Collette's dog, who's the dog's tip for the Ladbrokes Golden Jacket.